My wife slid the envelope across the breakfast table and didn't even look at me when she said it. Sign them. Her voice was calm, almost bored. You're holding me back. I stared at the papers without touching them. The smell of burnt toast filled the kitchen, but neither of us moved to fix it. Say that again. My voice came out quieter than I expected. She finally looked up, her expression composed, like she had rehearsed this moment. You're holding me back, Ethan. She said my name like it no longer belonged to her. The words didn't hit all at once. They settled slowly, like dust after something breaks. I glanced down at the documents. Legal language. Final language. No room for negotiation. Since when? I asked. She sighed, as if I had asked something obvious. Since I started realizing I deserve more. More. That word echoed louder than anything else. More than what? More than me? I leaned back in my chair, trying to understand how we had gotten here. This was the same kitchen we picked together 5 years ago. The same table we argued over colors for. The same place she used to laugh so hard she couldn't breathe. Now she was asking me to erase everything with a signature. You planned this. I said, of course I did. She folded her hands neatly in front of her. I didn't wake up and decide this today. That made it worse. This wasn't a moment. This was a process I had been excluded from. How long? She hesitated. Just a second. But I noticed. A few months. A few months. So while I was fixing the leaking sink, while I was working late to cover expenses, while I was still calling her baby without thinking, she was planning my exit. Let me ask you something. If the person you trusted most had already decided your future without telling you, would you try to fix it, or would you walk away with your pride? I looked at her again. Really looked this time. Sloane Whitfield. Perfect posture. Perfect tone. Perfect control. But something was missing. Something human. Is there someone else? I asked. She didn't flinch. No. Too quick. Then what exactly is more? She leaned forward slightly. A better life. A better environment. A partner who doesn't limit me. Limit her. I felt something shift inside me. Not anger. Not yet. Clarity. I paid for your business launch. I said quietly. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. And I built it. That was true, but it wasn't the whole truth. And when it failed the first time, I continued. I covered everything. She didn't respond. And when you wanted to try again, I said yes. Silence. And now that it's finally working, I tapped the papers. I'm the one holding you back. Her jaw tightened just slightly. There it was. The first crack. You're making this emotional. She said. It is emotional. I replied. It's a marriage. She stood up abruptly, grabbing her coffee mug. I don't want to fight. That's convenient. I said. She turned toward the sink, avoiding my eyes. And that's when I noticed it. Her phone lit up on the counter. A name flashed across the screen. Carter. No last name. Just Carter. And a message. Did he sign? Everything inside me went still. The room. The sound. Even my thoughts. I didn't react immediately. Instead, I picked up the papers calmly, flipped through them, and then I saw something else. A clause. Property division. Assets listed. But something was missing. Something very important. The house. I looked up at her, still at the sink, still pretending nothing was happening. Sloane, I said evenly. What? You forgot something. She turned slightly cautious now. What? The house isn't listed. Her expression froze for a fraction of a second, then recovered. It's implied. No. I shook my head slowly. It's not. Now she was paying attention. This document is very specific about everything else. I continued. But not the house. She stepped closer. Too quickly. It doesn't matter. It matters legally. I said. That's when the shift happened. The power she thought she had slipped. You see, I continued calmly. The house isn't in your name. Silence. Her eyes searched mine. What are you talking about? I transferred it. I said. Her face went pale. When? A few months ago. The exact same timeline she had used. Her breathing changed. You can't just do that. I already did. To who? I held her gaze. A trust. She stepped back like the ground had moved under her. Why would you do that? I let the question hang for a moment. Because this was the part she never saw coming. Because I noticed you pulling away. I said quietly. I didn't know why. But I knew something was off, so I prepared. Her composure was gone now. You planned this. I almost smiled. Of course I did. Her own words. Returned. The room felt different now. The balance had changed. What about the accounts? She asked quickly. Split. I said. Fairly. What about my business? Yours. She blinked. Confused. You're not fighting me? I leaned back again. No, because that wasn't the point. She looked at the papers again, then at me, then back at the phone still sitting on the counter. And that's when something clicked in her expression. You knew. I didn't answer. You knew about Carter. I stayed silent. That was enough. Her shoulders dropped slightly. For the first time since she walked in, she looked uncertain. Why didn't you say anything? Because I want to see how far you'd go. She swallowed hard. And now? I slid the papers back toward her. I'll sign. Her head snapped up. What? I'll sign them. Confusion again. But not because I'm holding you back. I paused. Because I'm done being an option. That landed. Hard. For a moment, neither of us spoke. The kitchen felt smaller. Quieter. Real. She picked up the papers slowly. Her hands weren't steady anymore. This isn't how I thought this would go. I nodded. I know. Let me ask you something. If someone shows you exactly who they are when they think they have control, would you still try to convince them to stay? She looked at me like she wanted to say something else. But nothing came out. Because there was nothing left to say, I stood up, walked past her, stopped at the doorway, and then I said the only thing that mattered. You're not leaving because you deserve more. I turned slightly. You're leaving because you think you've already found it. Her silence confirmed everything. I didn't wait for a response. I walked out, and this time, I didn't look back.